prior to after, obviously. But now that I understand how difficult he is to deal with, there's no one else like him. You can't prepare for him, even at
his age,
even at an elder version of him.
It was pretty cool to see. And honestly, even with the majority draw, it's a win for Manny, because damn, if he can do that off a 3-year layoff at 46, that's pretty telling, for one, where the sport of boxing is when your world champ can't beat 46-year-old politician Manny.
You can't come out of retirement because this guy is so bad. Like, that fired him up a little bit, and then he goes in the ring and he does nothing. He goes in the ring and I thought it was an embarrassing performance from a 30-year-old champion.
Fighters are seriously worried about Manny Pacquiao's return, because at 46, he still looks like he's in his prime. Sean Porter saw him train and watched his fight with Barrios, and he didn't hesitate to say, Pacquiao's still got it. His speed, footwork, and energy haven't slowed down. What scares other fighters is the possibility that the legend isn't done yet, and that he can still take down the best in the game right now.
What do you think about the overall matchup?
Everything, man. I watched him train like last week or the week before, and amazing to see him still move and bounce and do all the same things that he was doing in camp years ago when I was with him. So he's still locked in. He's still him, crazy, but he is. You know what they say, man. The last thing to go is that power.
Chris Algieri, who once faced Pacquiao when both were at their peak, brings a voice of real experience and respect. He says there's something truly unique about Manny, something that age just doesn't seem to touch. While most fighters slow down over time, Pacquiao remains just as tough, if not tougher, to figure out. Algieri calls him one of the hardest opponents to prepare for: quick, explosive, unpredictable, and non-stop. He points out that no amount of training can prepare you for what Manny brings to the ring. In Algieri's eyes, Pacquiao's comeback isn't just real. It's a serious threat to anyone who steps in front of him.
Prior to after, obviously. But now that I understand how difficult he is to deal with, there's no one else like him. You can't prepare for him, even at
his age,
even at an elder version of him.
In his fight against Mario Barrios, Manny Pacquiao surprised everyone by showing just how much of his classic style he still had. At 46, most expected to see a faded legend chasing past glory, but that wasn't the case. Fans witnessed sharp footwork, quick combos, and smart movement. Everything that made Pacquiao a feared champion in his prime. What really stood out was how close the rounds were. Even the ones he didn't win were highly competitive. His timing, control of the ring, and stamina were all still there. Barrios, who was expected to have the upper hand due to his youth, often found himself reacting instead of leading. Pacquiao wasn't just in the ring, he was still fighting at an elite level.
I think Manny's always been good at that. And my son really pointed it out perfectly. He was still good at it. He was still good at it. I think he was stealing some rounds at the end. Whether he deserved them or he didn't deserve them, whatever. They were close rounds. He might have stole them on the judges' cards. What we shouldn't forget is he's a special guy. And he put a special performance. I never saw calves on the legs of somebody that big. I mean, it's incredible. I thought early on he stumbled a little bit. I thought his legs were stumbling a little bit, like you might see in a 46-year-old, a little bit. But at the end, they got the act together. He used them pretty good. He used them pretty damn good. What I think he also did was maybe a little bit of... I think the word illusion is too powerful, but I'd say a little misleading, where he threw those real fast punches like my son said. They weren't quality punches like they used to be, where there was real impact and real power at the end of them. They were more like just quick punches, and they weren't all being impactful. They weren't all landing clean. Some did, but they weren't all landing clean, and they definitely weren't landing with real power. They really weren't.
Social media star and fighter Salt Papi didn't hold back when weighing in on a possible rematch between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. He believes Pacquiao's current form proves he's still sharp, in shape, and mentally locked in. In contrast, Mayweather has been out of serious competition for years. Salt Papi says if they fought again today, it wouldn't look anything like their 2015 matchup. This time, Manny's speed, rhythm, and hunger would outshine Floyd's aging reflexes. While Mayweather has stayed active through exhibition bouts, Salt Papi sees Pacquiao as the real threat right now, the one truly ready to fight at a high level again.
Yeah. Have you spoken to Manny recently? I know you're friends with him.
No, I haven't spoken to him, no.
What would you want to see him do next?
Fight Floyd Mayweather or Gervonta Tank.
You think he beats Tank, near prime Tank Davis?
We'll see. Styles make fights, so we just don't know.
What about Mayweather versus Pacquiao too?
Yeah, that'll be a good fight. Manny is still active. So.
Okay.
Pacquiao's performance against Barrios was a clear reminder of why he's considered a once-in-a-generation talent. Every time Barrios tried to make a move, Manny fired back with 2 or 3 lightning-fast punches. His pace, energy, and sharp footwork made Barrios look hesitant and reactive by comparison. What really stunned fans and experts was how young Pacquiao still looked in the ring. His legs never stopped moving, constantly cutting angles and opening up shots. Many questioned the final decision, arguing that Manny's non-stop pressure and punch volume easily outshined Barrios' limited counters. It wasn't just that Pacquiao looked great for his age. He looked like he still belongs among boxing's elite.
That's not what happened. Barrios was so tentative in this fight. He was essentially standing there for some of the exchanges. Manny Pacquiao came out and did what Manny Pacquiao does. By the way, credit to Manny. At 46, he still had some feet. He was moving, dancing on Mario Barrios. He was throwing combination punches going forward on Mario Barrios. And when he wasn't doing that, he was countering Mario Barrios, who looked like a stick in the mud. He looked like he couldn't even get out of first gear because Manny was hitting with combinations. Were they hurting super bad? Maybe not. Some of them definitely were. Had a mouse under the eye of Mario Barrios, but others were just flurries, and they were keeping Barrios at bay. And when Barrios was throwing 1, Pacquiao was throwing 3. When Barrios would throw out his jab, Manny would counter with his lead right hand, stepping on the inside plane, doing all the old Manny shit. It was pretty cool to see. And honestly, even with the majority draw, it's a win for Manny because damn, if he can do that off a 3-year layoff at 46, that's pretty telling for one, where the sport of boxing is when your world champ can't beat 46-year-old politician Manny Pacquiao, but 2, just how great he was. 8 division world champion, started his career at 106, I think, comes up to 147. What are we talking